Hey guys, welcome back to Alleviated Soul. So today we are going to speak about how do you know that he is the one. Okay, this can apply to even she, like how do you know if she is the one? And I want to say in this one thing that this applies completely different for each and every individual. So it's not like if there are like certain signs that the person will like follow and you will get to know that okay, he or she is the one. It cannot be like that, and it's not like that. It is very different with each and every person because we have different personalities, we have different way of showing our love, our affection towards each other. So this also applies completely different to every individual. So firstly, but there are like few things, or you can say few signs by which you can know that he is the one or she. So the first thing is you will realize it when he or she is the one. So after certain time of dating, some will realize it very early, some will realize it very later on, but there is like no confirmed time for this, that if you realize it in the beginning then he is the one. No, it's not like that. So after a certain amount of time, after you all have like dated or been together, you start to realize by their actions, by their words, how they treat you and all that, you will realize it that whether this person is for you or not. So mainly what happens in nowadays relationship is we show the best selves of us to the person in the beginning of the relationship, and then later on, when once you are with that person and then when you start to get a little bit comfortable with that person, then we start to open up with them. And once you start opening up, then you can see how this person will like react with you in this situation or in that, how will they be with you, how will they speak with you, all these things. So it's the matter of time. So do not be like very quick to judge a relationship or the person in the beginning, because it takes time for a person to show their actual self in the relationship. We will be having our own insecurities, we'll be having our own issues and the things that we deal with, and we never show them to any stranger, right? So when a person comes newly into your life, even you will not show them your worst side at the first meet itself, right? So be very patient with this. Let some time go. In like, since you are dating, let some time go. It might take you like 6 months or an year or even like 2 or 3 years, it doesn't matter, but take your time until you're completely assured about the person that yeah, now this is the real relationship, that this person is meant for you. And if you still cannot figure this out, then how about communication? Communication is the key, and it's very true. So until and unless you do not communicate, do not know what the other person is expecting from you or what the other person wants from this relationship, even you cannot do anything about it. You might think, okay, by the words or actions of the person, that he is very real with you, or they are also looking for a serious relationship, but from their side it might not be the case. So I will like suggest, not like in the beginning in the relationship that you directly ask or speak about this, but slowly when you are like little bit confused whether this person is truly into you or though, in such times I would say directly speaking to your person that what they are expecting from this relationship, and that might give you a little idea of what are they serious or not. So with this you can think about continuing or not continuing with the relationship. Then the second thing about knowing if that person is your life or no, or is gonna be in your life or no, is by noticing them in every situation, in every possible way. So firstly I would say that do not make a mistake that I have made in my relationship. So my relationship had started like from very teenage age, I can say, and I was not at all mature at that time. So whatever you say to me, I will do that. So I'll not go about that in detail in this video. If you want to know how that all happened, you can see the video. I'm gonna link it in the description box. So the thing with that was that I got into this relationship, which actually I didn't figure out that it was gonna be a long-term relationship. It was kind of a teenage, right? So we were like date and leave kind of things were going on that time. But I always looked for an serious relationship. So when I was in this relationship, in the beginning I didn't had anything for myself. I mean, there was no self-love. I didn't give any worth or value to myself. I was like completely dependent on this person to give me an identity, to give me love, to care for me and all that things. So once when I start to got like mature, and when I came into my senses of this loving myself, not being dependent on a person for anything, not even a single thing, okay? So at that time that created a lot of problems, issues in my relationship, because initially I was like completely into this person. I was like, whatever you say is right, and I'm gonna do everything to keep you. But once I understood that relationship doesn't work like this, and that loving yourself is mainly for most important than giving love to other person, and taking care of yourself is way more important. At that time when I realized my self-worth and whatever is happening in our relationship is not giving me that power, like it was the whatever actions or whatever was happening in our relationship at that time was kind of draining my energy, and it was not at all respecting me. So there was no self-respect left with whatever things I was doing, because I wasn't giving, I didn't feel that I deserved to be with this person, because I didn't believe that what I was capable of, or what I like my self-worth. Basically I didn't knew my worth, my value when I was in the relationship. So when I realized all this, when I found out my like build up my best version, and when I got to know my worth, when I did the self-love, self-care and all these things, that affected the relationship, because this person now got a new version of myself, and he was not used to this one who has come now newly, right? So it was like a complete change of a person to him, and it might be not even the person with whom he felt love with, because now this is a different girl, right? So different personality, I can say. So and that led to a lot of issues. So I will suggest one more thing, that if you are like a very young and not enoughly mature, that you don't know your self-worth, do not get into a relationship only because to please that other person. Don't ever do that, because at such time we put ourselves so much down for that other person. And in long term, if it's short term, then doesn't matters. But even if in short term, you are gonna put yourself so much down that you are gonna give everything to that person, which you will surely regret. And I can definitely say that I have seen a lot of relationships like this, where the girl or the boy, when they are completely dependent on the person, on their partner for love, care, everything, they formally fall down. They are either like left out, or they are being treated in such a way that they don't even deserve it. That's why first know yourself, first know your love, what you deserve from a relationship, what you want or need from your partner. And when you are confident about yourself, your needs, your wants, you can get into a relationship which will be matching to your needs and wants. It will be matching to you, because you're gonna attract such guy or such girl who actually needs and is ready to fulfill your needs. So at that time, there is very high chances that your relationship is gonna work in a long term. So that is what. And the main thing that how you will get to know is by this only. It is not by someone who will come and say you, or any third or fourth person will see your relationship and is gonna say you that okay, this is the right person for you. No, it is not gonna happen. It doesn't work like that. Don't be in a relationship because someone has said you that okay, he is the right person for you. When you believe within yourself from your heart that he or she is the one, that's when it's the one. And do not think like in those stupid things, okay? Like if you find the signs that this person is using you, even if you love them like from bottom of your heart, just leave, because it's really not meant. But also I will like not say that do not believe on people. If you have gone through a heartbreak, it's of course that you're not gonna trust on someone. It will be not easy. But if you think that this might work out with that person, give it a chance, give it a try. But don't put yourself completely out that that person uses you completely, like that, like nothing is left. Be very mysterious, be very limited at the beginning until you are sure about it. And yeah, that is what I wanted to discuss, of how you can know that whether he or she is the one for you. And give yourself time, that is what I want to say. Do not rush. Relationships are not to be rushed because you don't know the true colors of the person until and unless the time, the situation come up. So yeah, and with this, today's video has come to an end, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye, take care.